we try to take care of the clients, I think sometimes it's very important to know better how we can take better care of our own emotional well-being and our basic, state of happiness. And so we hope that we can learn some practice of some ways that can help a little bit in terms of how do we, deal with stress. How can we stay, some tools or some ways that can help us to be in a better state or be happier, less stressed, and being more present so that we can be there for the clients that we try to.
I became a monk in 2002. I have chance to start teaching in 2002. Now I have been teaching for over 15 years. Most of my teaching is about ignorance and attachment. In the former years, as a monk, I have to teach to the meditators, but I teach in the city, so most of my followers are not meditators. They are just beginner. They are traditional Buddhism. Most of them know a little about Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. I became a monk in Yangon. Most of the people there are businessmen. They may know about education or business, but they know only a little about the truth or Dhamma. They are ignorant about the truth or Dhamma. Great. That's why I need to change from ignorance to mindfulness and attachments to detachment. There are also many physical and mental patients in the city. Time after time, I have to deal with many patients and old age. In the city, the doctors, the lawyer, the police are busy. So also I am busy. I have been busy for over 15 years as a monk by teaching about ignorance and attachment. Most of my students are the old and the sick. My students or audience may change from time to time, place to place, but my teaching is only the same about our own ignorance and attachment. I have to teach about ignorance and attachment at the hospital, at home, at the meditation center. My teaching also change from time to time, place to place, depending on the students or situation of students or audience also. In this way, I have been working together with the doctors or nurse or lawyers or the judge, the police, as a meditation master. After 5 years continuous teaching without my own meditation center, I came to understand that I need my own public meditation center to solve the problems of the big city, to solve both the problems of physical and mental disease. I emphasize only the present ignorance and attachment of the mind. As a meditator or meditation master, the mind is the most important. The body or material is the follower. The mind is the leader who is creating both physical and mental problems. In the city, there are many school, clinics or hospital, market, government office, but only a few monastery or meditation center. So most of the people in the city cannot emphasize the mind. Most of them are busy with material or discipline or rule and regulation of the government. That's why they ignore their mind. So the weakness of the people in the city is concerned with their mind. The mind is not stable, not pure, not healthy and wealthy. All the physical and mental problems are caused by unstable and impure mind. The lack of health and wealth of the mind is the cause of all business or education or health problems. I have to teach about the ignorance and attachments of the mind. If we are alone, the situation of the mind will be different if we are together with the others. If we are dealing with the others, we need to be careful more than we are alone. There is a connection between the mind. So when I have to deal with the mental patients or dying people, it is difficult to control the mind, because my own mind have to deal with the mind of the mental patients and dying people. So only by controlling the mind with the patients and dying people, I can help many people in need. When we meditate, we need to control the mind to be stable and pure. In the meditation center, there will be meditation master and also the other meditators. That's why it is easy to control the mind. But when we are dealing with the mental patients, it is more difficult for us to control the mind. But no choice. What we say or what we do are not much important. The mind is the most important. This is the key to help the people in need. I have been dealing with some of the mental patients who went to suicide. They cannot solve their problem by themselves. That's why they send message to me, or they want to speak with me to get help from me. So for those kind of patients are difficult to deal with them. But I have no choice. I'm helping to anyone in need. So whenever they cannot control their mind, they need my help, so they want to contact me. So I have to encourage them by what sending message or by speaking directly with online or phone. In this way, they feel release. In their side, they cannot detach from their miserable experience and from their depression. So they need to change their mind to me and to my teaching, because I have been doing good deeds for the public, for all. In this way, I can successfully detach from myself. If you think about me, if you know about me, you cannot feel relaxed, because I have been busy most of the time with the old, the sick, and the people in need. So the problems of the others became my problems. I myself also have my own problems. Besides, I have to deal with the problems of many people as a meditation Master, I have to deal with many meditators. Most of the meditators also have their own problems. And also, there are problems for the meditation master also. So I have to deal with the problems of many people, not only meditators, but also all kinds of people in the society. By helping the others, I can successfully detach from myself. There are many Buddhist monks in Myanmar, but most of the monks also have their own problems for food, for medicine or shelter, or for their education, for the students who are learning Buddhist literature, and also for the meditators who are practicing good deeds. No one is complete. Nothing is complete. So we want to be perfect and complete. That's why we are hoping for the best. That is our traditional mistake. We should understand that no one or nothing is complete. If we don't understand or accept this truth, we will always be hoping for the best, because we are not the best. Hoping for the best means we accept our own weakness. We attach our own weakness. Attachments on weakness or incompleteness is the cause of weakness and incompleteness. Some people may attach on sickness. That's why they became sick. Some people attach on mental problems, depression or stress, or thinking highly of themselves, pride, arrogance. It is because of attachment on that situation of the mind. If we think highly of ourselves, we may look down or underestimate the other. If we underestimate ourselves, we may think highly of the others. We should understand that all living beings and non-living beings are to use, to know, to do, to experience only, not to use, not to do, not to know, not to experience only. The truth may be difficult if we are not practicing, if we are not applying in our daily life. Only when we are applying the truth of using or not using only, doing or not doing only, knowing or not knowing only, experiencing or not experiencing only, we can detach from our traditional wrong view, speech and activities. We need to understand that we all are the same original impermanent nature. We can accept we are human beings. We are men or we are women. We are old or we are young. We are healthy or we are sick. We are rich or we are poor. But we should not reject the truth of we are nothing but ever new impermanent nature. All these views are not to reject and attach, to use or not to use only. As a monk or as a meditation master or as a living beings, as a human beings, I try not to forget the truth. The truth or Dhamma is concerned with Buddha and Sangha. Buddha is the only perfect or complete person who discovered the truth by himself without the teacher. Sanghas are the follower of Buddha. If we are remembering the truth or Dhamma, we are also dealing with Buddha and Sangha. In this way, we can be healthy and wealthy in both body and mind. So not to forget the truth or Dhamma is the most important of all for me and for all. We may be Buddhist or non-Buddhist. We may be monks or lay people. We may be young or old, but we are using the same mind, which is ever new environment and nature. I really change the appearance from lay people to the life of monks or nuns. I really change from physical sickness to good health. I always emphasize to change from ignorance and attachments to mindfulness and detachment. Here is also not Buddhist country. I am also not trying to change from non-Buddhist to Buddhism. I emphasize to change from ignorance and attachments to mindfulness and detachment only. In Myanmar also, Myanmar is Buddhist country. I really change from the life of lay people to monks and nuns. I only emphasize to change from ignorance to attachment, ignorance to mindfulness, attachments to detachment. That's why time after time, I came to understand more and more about ignorance and attachment. Ignorance and attachments are the real problems, the real enemies, the real disease. With this right understanding, I have been teaching about ignorance and attachment. All the time, everywhere, with everyone. In this way, more and more people have chance to learn from me and by their own practice, knowledge about ignorance and attachment developed. In this way, the standard of the majority of meditators or meditation master or OAs and patients and students developed. They became less and less ignorance and attachment because of paying attention to ignorance and attachment. If we are not taking care of ignorance and attachment, it will increase. If we are taking care of ignorance and attachment, it will decrease. In this way, the mind will be stable and pure. Stable and pure mind can fulfill our need or desire. We can be rich, we can be healthy, we can be educated, we can be well known. I have been teaching like this for over 15 years now. After 5 years of continuous teaching, I can establish my own meditation center in 2007. Because of my own center, I have chance to do good deeds with teamwork. We can stay and do good deeds together at the center. In this way, many people have chance to learn about ignorance and attachment by staying at the center. You may be busy with the people who are suffering from mental problems. You need to change your mind from the person to the mind. We need to know the present ignorance and attachments of the mind. The medicine or the place or the living beings we use are not much importance. The present ignorance and attachments of the mind is really important. We need to use the place, the time, and the people or living beings to know about their present ignorance and attachment. In this way, the mind will be stable and pure. If we are paying attention to the changing time, place and situation, the mind will be unstable and impure. The mind will not be healthy and wealthy. In this way, it is difficult to continue your job. For you all, you are working only for this department. You are working only for the people around this area. For me, I have been working worldwide. I have been dealing with people around the world, different kinds of nationalities, religion, and also animals. I also have my own animal shelter. Many dogs, cats, cows, buffalo, bear, snakes, many animals rely on me because people cannot take care of them. So I have to take care of not only the human beings but also the animals which are dealing with the human beings. Whatever I do, I'm mindful about ignorance and attachment. In this way, I can help many living beings. I can solve many problems. I can fulfill the need of many people. Now I have chance to establish the Power Center, the Power Nature Center in US also. So you may not have much difficulty to learn about my teaching and the Power Center. In this way, you may have chance to practice about mindfulness and detachment. We need to see from the side of the truth, which is ever new and permanent nature. We need to speak from the side of the truth. We need to do from the side of the truth. In this way, the mind will be stable and pure. This is using the power of the truth. We cannot see the truth. We cannot see. We cannot taste. We cannot touch the truth. We can only understand the truth with the wisdom. Now we are able to believe in someone who is God or someone special or something special. We can believe in money or power or authorities or fame or law and regulation. So also we can believe on the truth, which is ever new and permanent nature. It is possible to change our mindfulness from the others to the truth. In this way, we can learn about the truth by our own experience. If we are sitting meditation, we can use the method of letting go or stopping all our physical, verbal and mental action. If we are not in sitting meditation, we will be busy with doing something. When we are doing something, we should not forget the truth to do only, not to reject and attach. When we are doing something, we should not forget the truth of doing only. When we are in sitting meditation, we should not forget the truth of not to do only. We should let go all our physical, verbal and mental action. We have the ability to do, to speak, to think. We also need the ability not to do, not to speak, not to think also. The ability to stop all our activities is essential to understand the truth. If we cannot stop thinking, we need to think time after time. By thinking, we are relying on our own intelligence. That intelligence is created by ignorance and attachment. Our human's intelligence is created by ignorance and attachment. That's why we cannot understand about ignorance and attachment. So to understand about ignorance and attachment, we need to detach from our life as a human beings and also from our intelligence. As long as we see as a human beings, we can understand about other living beings only, other living beings and non-living beings only. Only when we can detach from the side of living beings and non-living beings, we can understand the truth, which is not living beings, not non-living beings, just ever new impermanent nature. The truth or Dhamma is simple. If we follow the truth, the mind will be simple and powerful. There will be many people in this organization, but most of the people may not accept the truth or may not apply it in their daily activity, but that's not the problem. I'm also the same. I'm the founder of the Power Center. I have been teaching like this, but most of my students cannot understand my teaching. Only a few can understand and only a few can apply it in their daily life. But we can work together. The student who cannot understand the truth, they will use the power of living beings and non-living beings. They will use the power of medicine or law and regulation. But for those who can understand the truth, we can use the power of the truth. In this way, our teamwork can be complete. Not to reject the created truth, and also not to reject the original truth. All the people in the center are doing good deeds as much as we can. No one is complete, but if we are working together with this right view, we can get the success of the group teamwork. There are many mental patients in our center because most of them don't want to go to the mental hospital. Most of them don't want to take medicine. They don't want to stay at home, so they need a special place for them. In this way, they know about our center, and then they came and stay in the center. In this way, compared with other place and society, they are satisfied to stay at the center because we take care of the mind. We emphasize only ignorance and attachment. We are not taking care too much of the people or medicine. We are not taking care too much of our family or friends or enemies or business. That's why they feel released and relaxed. No worry for business or politics or education or healthcare. They feel happy and satisfied because they need to take care of the mind, but they cannot take care of the mind by themselves. But at the center, many people are taking care of the mind. That's why they are easy to take care of their mind and they can endure the problems of the mind. If we are taking care of the mind, nothing is important. We may take medicine or not. We may be rich or poor. We may be alone or with a family. We may be healthy or sick. All the situations are not much important. In this way, we can endure with this right understanding. Whatever happens, we can endure if we can detach from this up and down experience of the life. In this way, I got the support and belief of majority of the old, the sick, and also mental patient. They rely on me, they rely on my teaching, they rely on the center. That's why more and more people in the society are coming and staying in the center. In this way, I have to establish new center all the time, not only in the country but also in the world.
Is there any suggestions, any simple ways to develop, when you say meditation, or ways that can help us to, in the day-to-day life, even when we're not sitting down and having the time to meditate, but when we're here working or working with other people, and what can we do to help us to be more mindful and to be able to have a more stable and freer mind?
First, we need to go to the meditation center to be friendly with Dhamma or the truth. And then we should try to practice at home or at the job, in the society, in our daily life. We need not to forget the truth or Dhamma. If we do not to forget the truth, we need to deal with the person who is teaching about the truth. First, I have to go to the meditation center to listen about Dhamma talk or teaching about the truth. After that, I'm trying to listen at home, at my job. In the beginning, I have to meditate at the meditation center, and then I try to meditate at home in the society. The meditators and meditation master. So you are dealing with me, that's why it will not be much difficult for you not to remember, not to forget me and my teaching. You need to listen again and again this kind of teaching. In this way, Dhamma will be together with you. If you are not forgetting Dhamma or the truth, you have chance to use the power of the truth. If the truth is friendly with you, if the truth is in your mind, there will be right view, right speech, and right action. In this way, you will be able to detach from wrong view, wrong speech, and wrong action. So there will be less and less difficulty in your life and job. There are difficulties and problems in our life because of our own wrong view, speech, and activities. So we need to replace from wrong to right view, speech, and action. It is simple, but it is effective. It really works. In this way, you will be able to detach from yourself. Most of the people are relying on ourselves. I'm young, I'm educated, or I have ability, etc. In this way, we are rejecting, relying on the truth. So we need to rely on the truth to detach from ourselves. We need to be mindful, ignorance and attachment in order to detach from the others. For example, I started my own meditation center in 2007. At that time, the military is controlling the country, so not good internet connection, not good transportation, not good telephone line. It is difficult to know the truth. There are many problems of the old and the sick in the country, but most of the people may not know about this problem. For me also, if I am not helping the people, I may not know about the real situation or problems of the people. As a monk, I have to deal with many people. In Buddhist country, the monks are the most important. The monks are dealing with many lay people. Lay people rely on the monks and the nuns. That's why I have to learn a lot about the problems of lay people and also the other monks and nuns. That's why I have chance to help them to solve their problems. But I have nothing. I don't have my own place or meditation center. I don't have followers at that time. I have chance to teach meditation as a monk, so I use that chance to do good deeds. I can go arms round, and then I can share what I have. I was invited for teaching like this from the public, from the patients, from the others meditators. That's why I'm trying to use this opportunity of doing good deeds continuously. That's why I have been teaching for over 15 years like this as a monk. I'm not thinking about the money or donation. Whenever I have chance to share the experience of the truth, I will do it, and then it will make me skillful in teaching. And also for those who listen, they have knowledge about the truth. It is good for both of us. In this way, the knowledge and ability of the people and the teacher developed. If we are not doing good deeds together like this continuously, we both cannot be developed. We have chance to do good deeds together. That's why we need to do good deeds like this continuously. In this way, we both were developed. So you need to listen Dhamma teaching again and again every day. You need to practice every time as much as you can. You need to be patient. You need to know more and more about ignorance and attachment, of especially your own ignorance and attachment. In this way, your mind will be stable and pure. Ignorance is the cause of ignorance and attachment. The stronger the ignorance is, the stronger attachments will be. Knowing about ignorance is the way of reducing the power of ignorance. The more we know about ignorance, there will be less ignorance. The more we know about attachment, there will be less detachment. There will be less attachment. So knowing about, I have been dealing with many patients and disease, but I'm not interested in disease. That's why, although I have been dealing with many patients, doctors and disease, I don't know too much about the disease, but I emphasize about ignorance and attachment. That's why I know more and more about ignorance and attachment. In this way, I became skillful in teaching about ignorance and attachment, not only by theory but also by practice. So because of helping to the people in need, not only by teaching but also by accepting anyone who want to stay in the center, more and more people who are old, sick, are staying together in the center. That's why now over 1,000 OAs, 1,000 patients and nearly 100 mental patients are staying together in the center. So I know about them, they know about me. So also people in the country know about our center, know about the people in the center. Knowing about the truth can solve many problems. If we don't know about the people who are in need, we cannot help, we cannot support, because the power center became the place for the old, the sick, and the people in need. Many people in the country have chance to donate, to support, to volunteer. That's why many people can save merits or good deeds by establishing one of the center like this. If people in need are not staying together like this, the public cannot know and they cannot support. At that time, not much good communication. People in the country may not know about each other. Because of helping people in need limitlessly, I can know about the people in need, and the others also have chance to know the truth, and we can do good deeds together.
Would like to learn something that they can hold on to a little bit, to know what to do in their day-to-day that can be helpful as a beginning step to have a more peaceful mind and maybe a more mindful but peaceful mind. Yes, if you can.
Yes, if you want to meditate, or if you want to be able to meditate, the surest way is you need to support us or other meditators. If you want to be healthy, you need to help the patient, or you need to support the organization who are helping the patient. This is the surest way. Now you are not meditator, that's why it will be difficult for you all to meditate, to listen the Dhamma thought, but you can support. You are working, that's why you can support with your labor or with the money. You can donate. If you both are necessary, finance and labor or volunteer. If you cannot volunteer, if you can volunteer, it is good. If you cannot volunteer, you can use some of your income to support the others, to support us, or to support other meditators. In this way, in the future, you are sure to be able to meditate. If you are not supporting or volunteering like this, even though you meditate, you cannot get success. Don't try to change the situation. There will be many mental patients or physical patients, but that is the nature. We should understand that it is the nature. No one is complete, nothing is complete. That's why the mental or physical problems will always be in the living beings. But we are not rejecting the medical treatment. We are not rejecting taking medicine. We are rejecting wrong view. We want to be perfect. We want to be healthy. We want to be long life. That is impossible. As long as we have that kind of desire, we can never be perfect. We can never be complete. So to have perfection or completeness, we need to detach from that desire. Because of attachments on goodness means we cannot accept the badness or incompleteness. Because of attachments on incompleteness and imperfection, we can never be perfect or complete. So we need to detach from our traditional mistake or wrong view. So no need to change the situation. I have to deal with many patients. I'm not a doctor. I'm not changing from sickness to healthy. I'm just changing from ignorance to mindfulness. That is right things to do. By doing like this, I can save marriages, greater marriages. Most of the people are not taking care of ignorance and attachment. Even the mental doctors, physicians, they will only take care of the medicine.
Okay.